Hey, I'm Caleb Pierce, and I like to start everything out with a little bit of a joke. So, the joke of the day is, what did one ant say to the other ant? The ant said, "That looks like a bunch of fun." So, dad jokes are free. This broadcast brought to you by Pink Power Brands. So, what's really cool is that we built a company that is reputable in the local community, and we are on the process of going national. We're going to great spots. And what I really think is awesome is that we have education that we backed up year over year. I'm going to take you guys through the fundamentals of growing a company from nothing to over $1 million in revenue and how to succeed and do great in the service industry. And that's what we do. We have cleaning and we also have pest control here in Troy, Ohio. We're one of the best rated companies. Just look at our Google Yelp ads. We got plenty of client reviews too. Every time after a service happens, we're asking clients, hey, what did we do good? How can we do better? Because we're about improving and about making people smile and enjoy their lives. So that's the cool thing about Pink Power is that we just help people enjoy their lives here in the Dayton, Ohio area through great excellence in service. And so what I'm going to be talking about today is budgeting. And the reason why budgeting is so important is when you have a solid budget, everything else in life just builds upon it. And I really think it's awesome. Life kind of goes in a circle. So, for example, you got your starting point and then you keep going around and it just keeps going. And with budgeting, it's the same thing. Every month, you're going over your budget. Every, you know, set of time, you're going over it, making sure it lines up with what you want. Some of the great people out there on budgeting, Dave Ramsey has an amazing course on it. Started us off with some amazing fundamentals. Before Dave Ramsey, there was Larry Burkett. Who is kind of the Rush Limbaugh, shall we say, of budgeting in the Christian community. And what I think is really awesome about budgeting is that it helps you know that you're actually in a good spot in each spot of your business. Now, something that's interesting, when you're starting from nothing and building up, your budgeting is a little bit different because you're going to overspend on marketing. Now, some of the things is that, especially if you're starting a company from nothing, you don't have the overhead fees such as right now with our company. We're utilizing pretty much two different softwares to keep track of our client base and to make sure that everything's flowing good for them. Starting up, you can just rise and grind. And I really love Damon John, another great person on budgeting, on figuring out how to do stuff. Not living too big for your britches was a phrase that he used in one of his books. And these people, they've done it, and we can just copy the success that they've done because they've laid it out in books for us already. So the materials that I'm going to be sharing with you guys, it's what I've learned, what I've researched, what I've seen for myself, and things that have really worked in the absolute normalness of life. And that's the important thing about budgeting. So one of the factors when you're starting up a company, budgeting on your equipment, there are some types of businesses. The service industry is not necessarily one of them to where you need to spend thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars getting your stuff up and ready. It can be a low start out. And first, you just want to find out what your clients want. And that's going to help direct your budget of knowing, if you know what your clients want, your perceived group, what they're wanting, then you can go ahead and you can step forward and you can get those types of items, those types of tools that will just help the situation flow smoothly together. One of the big things there is marketing. And when you're starting out a company, your marketing budget is going to be way up here. And then when you're in a stable and a little bit of a growth, it's still going to be a little bit high. And then when you're at a point to where you're like, hey, we're doing good, we don't necessarily care to grow that much, it can be more at that 4%, 3% of your revenue, especially if you have something that's well established, many years, it has a great brand. Some of the soft things that kick into your budget on getting your company to be one of the best in its local area and doing great there are the factors such as brand awareness. How much are you in the community? How actively involved are you in different community events such as church, or there's the community fairs that happen, the different things that the cool thing is, especially when you're starting out, your time is virtually free. So you can go ahead and put your time in so you can keep your dollars down but have your time in and get known by the right people, the right ideal client group for yourself, which again, later on, we're going to be talking about your client groups and attracting those exact clients because they will be your amazing success in your life. Kind of like attracting amazing teammates. It's awesome to see all the good stuff that happens because of the years of figuring out what it is that people want. How do we help them achieve what they want? And doing that over and over again. It's so amazing. So, the budgeting, though, a big thing that you want to start making sure that you have is a marketing budget. In the beginning, later on, it can be that 5% or lower. But in the beginning, it might be as high as 30% or more of your total revenue is going directly from your paycheck directly into marketing. And what the cool thing is that there's so many different ways to invest into marketing. One of the great ways is being on social media, answering people questions. There's someone that has a very large successful company here, McAfee Heating and Air, Greg McAfee, and he's on Facebook personally answering questions for people, helping to inspire people into greatness because people have seen that he's done it. And it's awesome that the there's the breadcrumbs of life that lead to success. And so there's that trail, just like ants, they follow a trail. And in the pest industry, we remove the trail, we get rid of the ants, we get rid of the food source. But you know, before the removal of that, if you can figure out in life what it is, the breadcrumbs of success, follow those success trails. And that's why you're here, is because you're following the success trails. You will also achieve greatness. Um, you know, with us when budgeting, when we started it, I still have to this day my one of my first budgets with my wife when we got married almost 20 years ago now. And it's just amazing looking at it's a piece of paper, just wrote out groceries, car expense, line by line. So just writing that simple stuff out, knowing where your money goes, how to invest it into your future, and how it can drive you to succeed and to have what you want because you've been dedicated and you've been focused on taking that time to go ahead and consistently develop, pay attention. You take the circle and you just see, okay, last month, here's where our money went, here's where our money's going, and you can pay attention. And it's awesome to see the many people that have succeeded doing that. And a cool thing is on budgeting is, you know, you do need the marketing, you need your living expenses. And in order to succeed in business, you have to have a low personal load of money that's going to be taken up in just day-to-day life. That way your business can succeed. You can put all into it. You can grow it to the multi-million dollar level. You can grow it to something that's highly profitable because you've been able to take your time. And you have, number one, you need marketing. Number two, on the thing of budgeting, highly critical for me, is having that time to reinvest back into you being a better and better person. So with that, um, you know, back when when we had that one page budget and we didn't have any spare revenue that we wanted to put on anything except paying off debt and succeeding, getting ahead. Um, I would do free audiobooks. So nowadays, 20 years later, we have YouTube. There's lots of great people. There's Alex Hormozy, Leela Hormozy. Maybe you don't connect with their type of videos, and maybe you want to go ahead and be in a different type of video. There are different educators out there that can do amazing things. So, for example, someone that I find very useful is Brandon Dawson. Another person is John Maxwell. There's these great speakers out there that have gone, and then there's the ones from the early 1900s, the books that are timeless, golden wealth builds that can help you. These are free audiobooks many times that you can download, or someone else has an audiobook of reading it for free. There's websites like LibriVox, or you could visit your local library, and inside their app, you can download many of these audiobooks for free, even the ones that are most modern, and they can just help you succeed, help you achieve what you want to achieve while staying on a budget. And that personal development, there's going to be a time to where you're going to be able to have money to actually personally develop yourself, pay for the people who have been where you want to go, and they can help you succeed. They can help you achieve that. And with Pink Power Pest Control, Pink Power Cleaning, that's something that we've done. We've invested in people that have achieved the level of success that we want, and we're copying their success. We're taking their mentoring, we're taking their coaching, we're reading their audiobooks or reading their books, listening to their audiobooks, and just succeeding based upon we can copy their success. They laid it out for us, and it's really awesome. And they're, another great spot that you can get education. So education audiobooks, number one, got to do it. The Bible, really good one. Got a lot of fundamentals in that one. And going to conferences, people are willing to share, people are willing to learn. And the cool thing about conferences is that it's people that are in the trenches day to day. They're in the thing and they can help you just by sharing some tidbits. So I just got back from a conference and someone's like, "Hey, have you thought about doing your website structure as this versus doing it as that?" I was like, "I think we do." But then I searched on our website. I was like, we're not doing that. So this is something that actively I'm working at, transitioning our website to a better optimization phase that makes it of excellence. And so it's awesome. All the great ways that you can copy people's success. The conferences are amazing things. And what I really love is that when you're younger, starting out, and you don't have as much to invest into the huge dollar conferences, the smaller ones can really help you invest. Some of the things that I found of value that was worth budgeting for me, even before I started one of our lines, pest control, is I went to the pest control conferences. They're not hugely expensive. So you can go to your association of the industry that you're possibly wanting to get into, and you can see when their conferences are, and those are a valuable gold mine of people who are at all stages of the business. So, for example, Pest Control Conference, we're in the industry, and we went to the conference that was a national one, and we were able to meet people that are just a couple years in, and we were able to meet people that exited their company at a very well-off number. Some people who had been in for 40, 50 years had a well-established brand, well-established company, amazing systems and processes. We're able to copy off those people, able to get numbers to people that can help us elevate much faster than we are because we budgeted the time, we budgeted the money to go to those conferences to learn off the people that were succeeding already. And so with your budget, you need marketing, you need consistent personal development. As you're doing marketing in a home services type industry, maybe you're doing door to door knocking, maybe you're going to chamber events, maybe you're doing other types of marketing. And what I really love is that while you're in the car, Zig Ziglar called it automobile university. You can be taking your education and learning from people just by having audiobooks playing, having education segments playing as you drive from place to place. You get to listen in the background and find out what are the great things that people did. So again, on budgeting, number one, you need a budget for marketing. You need a budget for education. Number three on your budget, you're going to find supplies and equipment. And with your supplies and equipment, with that, the goal in the beginning is if you can find out what the successful people are using and save up the proper amount of money needed for that to purchase it with cash, then what that will ensure is that if there happens to be a downturn or maybe your business is a little bit of a seasonality, then you're going to have the money to ride out the downturn and you don't have to worry about selling your equipment. You don't have to worry about, oh no, how am I going to pay for this equipment? I've had friends that, they would go out and they would be like, oh, I could buy this piece of equipment for only blah per month. And then they would buy that piece of equipment. They wouldn't have the jobs to supply it. And a few years later, they had to file bankruptcy. They had to get out of the business because they couldn't have that flow to sustain them. And so that's the cool thing about planning ahead, saving ahead the money for the equipment that you're going to need. A lot of times, what will happen, especially when you're new, is you can ask someone who eventually may actually become a competitor, but you can ask them in the very beginning, hey, would you be willing to share a guy with me for this new job so that way I can learn it? It is advisable that before you go into a new industry, you've actually personally worked in that industry, you understand that industry, you have the knowledge for that industry, and that will help you succeed much more rapidly, much more greatly. Sometimes what you can do is you can either take it to where you get the education, you hire someone who has the education, or what you can do is you can buy a company who already has developed the systems and the processes. All of these have their own great benefits. So the lowest cost one is for you to actually work your day job and then try to pick up some jobs maybe on the side if your boss is cool with it, or maybe it's in a different area. Um, Another option, one that's a little bit more expensive, is starting the company. You're still working that other job, and then you have money saved up, and you find someone that is of high excellence and value that you can then hire, have him help you start the company. And then the third option, most expensive, is buying into the industry. The great thing about that is you can buy someone's systems, processes, and in every industry there's going to be people that are on just the start out. And then there's going to be the people that are all the way through the growth cycle. And so you can just see which way that you need to go on that. And so that's one cool thing about budgeting, and what Pink Power has really liked is that we could choose each source. And there's been times that we've done each one to where we've actually brought in people that have the education for us. We've went out and we've purchased other companies completely in the local area to help us expand a little bit and grow. And there's also been the times that we've just, you know, stuck it out. We've learned it. We've got it. And that's the cool thing about with budgeting is that uh, if you live on a budget, you have a plan, you live on a small budget, you're able to succeed and grow simply because you keep stacking and you keep putting time in and time in. And, you know, the business might take 20 years to succeed to the level of pleasure that you really enjoy. Maybe it's one of those things that you can figure out how to do it. Maybe you're a natural born person that already has all the stuff where you have the coaching and the mentoring and the supplies that are already done. So again, we're going back to budgeting. And with budgeting, number one, you need the budgeting for marketing because that's going to help your business grow. Growth is the lifeblood. Money, revenue is the lifeblood of the business. Number two, you're going to constantly have a little bit of a budget or for education, for improving yourself on how to be better. And then as your company grows, you're going to need more and more equipment. So that's number three. Number four, I'm going to say actually hiring someone else in the business. And so, I get with all this is with the understanding that first you do have that fundamental of what is the minimum personal amount of money that you need and how do you fulfill that? How do you have a 3 to 6 month emergency fund to help you succeed? And when you start getting that person in, you're going to have your systems, processes, procedures. They need to be documented. They need to be well thought through, and that will help you when you attract those people to be able to keep those people because they trust you because of what they've seen you've been able to do, and they know that you have stuff that's of excellence because you have the systems, the processes, and procedures already put out, already laid out for them. So, what's really cool about this budget, if you start with just those simple things, that's going to help you so much. So, someone may be asking, well, on my budget, how much should I be investing into the person that I hire? Good question. So, the way that I'm going to answer that one is it's going to be you want to attract people that are amazing quality, amazing people that thrive, do good. Again, you can copy systems from other people. You need to know your own core values for what people like about you. We're a happy brand. If you want, your brand, if it's a happy brand, then this might be the one for you. If you have a different image or a different style, then, you might need to look at a different thing. So Pink Power, Pest Control, Pink Power Home Cleaning is an amazing, excellent cleaning service here and pest control service here in the Dayton, Ohio. We service Troy, Ohio, Springboro, Ohio, and we also go all the way up to Sydney. And it's cool. We service 60 cities in this geographic area to help them enjoy the gift of clean spaces that they can just come and relax at. And so we want to make people happy. And we deliver that happiness to people day after day. Our teammates, they're going out, they're doing a good job, they're doing a great job. And it's awesome to see each day we actually have in our company Slack sharing the testimonies that the clients really enjoy. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you some of those testimonies right now that just came in over the last few days. We have the Slack channel, and it's awesome having the operations, the people, the processes, so that way we can know the amazing things that are happening. So, I'm gonna pull it up right here on my phone. It is awesome all the systems and processes that can really help us succeed. So here's something that we have is we have actually a before and afters, and so it's awesome to see the differences that people are making. Like, for example, I don't know if you can actually see the image on this really good, but the stove before, and then here's the stove after. Just that amazing difference that our teammates are doing day after day. So delivering great, excellent cleaning services, pest control services in the local area. It's so awesome to see that. And so we get to praise people for when they do amazing work and they share it with us. That's one way to do it. And here's another thing that we do. We have our We're Thrilled reports. So it talks about all the teammates just over the last day. Like, here's a specific comment that came in from Barb. They said they really did a wonderful job. And here's something cool from Susan. She said Sarah did a fine job. She had been uh, to her home before, and we really love it when she's here. And so I think it's really amazing. Amanda, talking about Molly, someone that's been with us for 4 years, something like 4 years. I forget exactly. My house was so bright and clean when I came home. Thank you so much. So it's these exciting things. Every day we're getting praise reports that, they just help our system achieve greatness. And, we budget in time, we budget in an allowance to be able to get those reports. So with your budget, it's not just budgeting the hard things such as money, like where money's going, but it's also about your time. And so a significant portion of business is about your time. Money is highly important. But what I found out to be true is that people really enjoy the way that you make them feel. And so budgeting that allocation just to like sit back, relax, enjoy the moment with them, find out what they want, find out what caters to them can help you enjoy them so much more because they have the time and the enjoyment and the systems and processes just keep going because of the flow and the amount of stuff that people love. So, we're talking about budgeting today, how Pink Power budgets its time, Pink Power budgets its money, Pink Power budgets its people, and Pink Power budgets its outreach. So, something that we love to do is we love to give back to the community. We love to be in the community. So, I'm going to show you a couple things here that with Pink Power, like here is one of the things that we do. We'll go to, we will pass these out and we will hand them actually out, not pass, but hand them out at parades because people just enjoy, what are the little life touch points? A stress ball. People just makes us smile. And it's awesome to see the excitement of people of every single age. They just enjoy getting the gift of a small thing at a parade. And these are just something that we can do to bring excitement to people, bring happiness to people in the community. Something that we also budget time for is we actually have some fun cars that after many years of dedication and setting aside time and money and not buying any cool cars, we got a couple cool cars, my wife and I do. And so we love each year, there's the joy rides for kids. It's special needs kids. We budget in the time to where we get to be all in for them. Our family enjoys visiting, chatting, talking with them, spending time with them. They set up a little mini racetrack. That we'll drive our cars on. There are other people with Mustangs and Ferraris, Lamborghinis, McLarens. It's fun. The Lotus. I really like those cars. The Lotus. Those are a fun car. But they'll have the cars and the kids get to sit in them. One of the great times I liked was a kid. He was sitting in my wife's car. It's a white car, and he was like, "This is like zoom, like Herbie." And this guy really loved Herbie, and it's awesome though to see the lives that we get to touch. There's the lives directly through the business of clients. How we're making an impact on them every single day, but then also we get to budget a excess that we have to help other people enjoy their lives, to help other people, that are in times of need. And so, one thing that we do at the business is we do have an allocation budget for different special needs items. So something that was cool is one time, there was this lady that she was homeless for a while. And so we were able to set her up with a hotel, help her to move to the process of getting the apartment, help her move to the process of getting a normal life with her kids, and getting her off the streets and just helping her enjoy a better life. And so it's awesome to see the things that what a budget, the magic that it can do, and what it can really help in everything in life, just because you've taken the time to dedicate yourself, to put yourself in a moment that, you know, it might be hard, but you choose to do it. And so with your budgeting, so you want to have your business budget. Again, marketing is number one. Next thing is always be learning. You're going to set aside money for tools and equipment that are going to break down, vehicles. Um, and then you're going to be hiring people. With hiring people, the way that you're going to do the budget on that is, we've already talked about, you have your base budget. In the beginning, you're going to hire someone probably part-time. Maybe you can do full-time from the beginning. That would be really awesome. That is an ideal way to do it, especially if you can attract someone who already has maybe some of the knowledge, some of the knowings that you're missing. That can be an amazing thing. And this can be the way that you establish your business, get it on a budget of going from nothing to millions of dollars in revenue by following these processes in the circle. You just keep going around the circle of, this month we had this much money. How do we make a little bit more next month? How do we help more people with impact their lives, help them enjoy their lives? And so it's cool just doing the circle of growth, the circle of budgeting and succeeding because you consistently are showing up, doing the right things. Now, let's talk about personal budget. So this is also based upon what age are you? That's going to impact some of the things of what you need. Um, so for example, when I started the company, started cleaning, I was actually 17 years old. Didn't really have a lot of life bills in car insurance, gas, and the car. Equipment, when you're starting a service business, a lot of service businesses are a very low cost thing. And so it's great because we can go ahead and we can just push through and we can get things done without actually needing a lot of money for that. So that's what I really love about service industries. So my budget, again, I was going through Dave Ramsey, and he talked about you need to have health insurance, so we did get that. You need life insurance, so we got term life insurance, which was a really great option for us. Um, you know, and then there was the apartment we had, and then we had the thing of, you need a budget, set aside money every month for the repairs of your house because things are going to break sometimes, uh, especially when you have an apartment building like us. And we were renting it out to others. So when someone move out, we'd upgrade the apartment a little bit more than what it was before. So budgeting and having multiple streams of income can really make you help you be more successful. Now, with swag, I really love having sayings such as "Today is a great day to have a great day." Now, this is our Pink Power mug. We have swag that this is part of our marketing that it gets it out to clients, and something that we love to do is at times we'll actually send out special editions with your name on it. So we love just having this part of our budget, having swag things for our clients. This is really great for coffee, tea. If you want to keep something hot or if you want to keep something cold, works really great. I love having a budget for things like this, which in your everyday life, you're also going to want to budget for having out to eat. Or if you choose not to, you can bypass on that. For some of us, we enjoy some different things, such as I grew up in Kentucky, and even the cost of BBs. Sometimes if you're like, well, I don't have that big budget for those other things, you can start with a smaller budget, small things, small ways to enjoy your life. Sorry about that. And it's really awesome with budgeting how it can just help us succeed. It can help us grow, help us complete our stuff. And thank you guys for watching. Caleb Pierce with Pink Power. Have a great day. We are a company that's delivering amazing quality, amazing service in the pest control and home cleaning Pink Power brands. Just helping people in Dayton, Ohio, Troy, Ohio, Springboro, Ohio, even over Beaver Creek, Bellbrook, Xenia. Got a great couple in Xenia. We just keep cleaning for them. They're so awesome. We love our clients. We love the people that help us. And it's awesome to see the great reports of the different things. So, for example, here is one of the reports that just came in recently. And it is, Kayla did such a fantastic job as well. Thank you so much. So, that review was from Kelsey talking about Kayla. And so it's awesome just seeing the amazing things, how much our clients are happy and so pleased our teammates are making an impact on their life and making such a huge thing. Thank you for watching. Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, where I'll share with you the next up about business management. And it's going to be how to develop a business that's sellable. See you around.